Hi crafty friends, welcome back or welcome to the Crafty Corner. I'm Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi. All right, I do have to refresh my screen, which you may have to do for the videos to start. So, and you might have to do that each time that a video is on the schedule. Kind of depends on what device you're using and what notifications you have going on. So that's the housekeeping part that I hope I'm getting right. And I'm gonna calm down. I realize I talked like super fast the intro. So that was crazy, Audra. This is gonna be, yay, there we are, regular Audra. Okay. It's funny. I was just looking at the subtitles and it said crafty, crafty, friends, friends. So I really think I only said it once. The subtitles is from Facebook, which I think is kind of cool. Like they just do that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Stampin' Up, and then we're going to get into our projects, and we'll keep talking, and you are welcome to ask questions. Remember to at least comment here or cool or something so that you will go in the drawing for this segment of the open house. Okay, so as I said, my name is Audra Monk, and I live in Frederick, Maryland. So if you don't know where I am, East Coast, about an hour north of Washington, D.C. I've been in the Washington, D.C. area. This is crazy because I was an Air Force kid and never lived anywhere more than 4 years, but my dad retired when I was in 7th grade, and we were at Andrews Air Force Base, which is in Maryland, and that's where we bought a house. And so I lived in Maryland through college. I went to UMBC, which is in Maryland, and then I got married and my husband got a job and we moved to Northern Virginia. Well, the outer edge of Northern Virginia. We moved to Manassas, Virginia, and we lived there 20 years, and then we moved here about 6 years ago. So there's my little move. But I've been in the DC area, though. That's a long time for me, considering growing up, I never stayed anywhere more than like 3 or 4 years. So Stampin' Up. Well, actually, I think I said last time, I love to make things. When I was a kid, I liked to play with paper and tape and staples and make little pouches and little notebooks and stuff like that. So when I found Stampin' Up, it was like coming home for me. I was like, you can make your own cards. You don't have to buy cards, and your cards are way cooler when you make them yourself. So good, everybody's getting here. Hooray! All right, this makes me happy. You guys are getting it. We're working it out. So I love to craft, and when I found Stampin' Up, what I found was everything matches. It's all coordinated. It's all color coordinated. Their catalogs, I did a catalog walkthrough a week ago or something, 2 weeks ago, I don't know. You can look, this is a great resource. There's so many ideas, and what I love is that everything matches compared to going to like a Michael's or, I don't know, or AC More Clothes. What would you go? Hobby Lobby, I don't have one, but there's one in Leesburg. But when you go to a craft store, they get things from lots of different brands, and so they don't color coordinate it all. You have to kind of work it out yourself. And I like it that the color in the designer series paper will match the color of the cardstock, which will match the color of the ribbon. You know, there's always small variances, but in general, it's all gonna match, and that makes me happy. It's kind of silly. And also the way the paper feels. Ooh, Stampin' Up paper feels so good. The quality is so nice. Once you go Stampin' Up, you're gonna be like, oh, that other stuff is not so good. So I've been a demonstrator about 6 years. I have a team of 12 of friends, Stampin' friends that are on my team, and so they're shopping with their discount, and they still attend my events and come to my classes, and there are probably a whole bunch of them right here, which is super fun. Hey Deborah, hi Maria, hi Jen. Oh, you graduated at UMBC, and see, now I get to see the comments, and I'm like, oh, and I see Kathy is here. Good, lots of friends are getting here. Okay, so yes, so we are gonna start our make and takes. And I'm going to tell you about the suite. I'll show you a few extra samples, and you know, we'll just carry on. You might not have at home all of the adhesives I'm going to use, but I am going to use the ones I love. I love them all, and I kind of feel like you should buy like at least one of each kind, which sounds funny, but they all have different purposes. It's like in the kitchen. You could probably make things with like one spoon, but maybe say one spoon and one kind of knife, but sometimes a different kind of knife would work better, or a different kind of spoon, or a different material that that spoon is made out of. So crafting is the same way. So you can start basic, and then gradually you can add on to what you need. All right, so let's jump in. There we go. So this is our first make and take. And there's lots of fun things in this project. This uses our, okay, and I still don't know all the names, so I'm gonna look at my catalog over here. There's like a few mega suites in the catalog. This might be the only one, I'm not sure. I'm calling it a mega suite because it features 2 stamp sets, punch, dies, paper, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But it's called Flowers for Every Season, and I think that's what this paper is called. Now you only got one little piece. So Flowers for Every Season paper has flowers and prints on the back, and it comes in all of our new in colors, which are kind of like our on-trend new colors. We get a set of 5 every year. So that's this floral paper, and you might have a different color, and some people are going to have green for the polka dots, and it's okay. The polka dot paper is what we call our in-color paper, and it just features the color, and it'll be all blue or all green with different designs. And this little bit of wood paper is from a set called, I don't know, Tasteful something. It is a beautiful pack of paper. So we're using 3 different papers, and you'll notice your piece is embossed. Where's my card? I should have, oh, here we go. I should have my card kit. So in your card kit, I put it in the envelope. No, I see your comment, Violet. Oh, Emily, sorry. Emily's been on my team for 4 years. How cool is that? I only had 30 make and take packets, and you had to sign up way back because, you know, someone had to cut them and assemble them and mail them. So they went out on Monday, and I have no more left. But there's 2 make and takes I'm going to share with you today that people didn't get, and those are going to be an ordering incentive because there's got to be something special about participating today. There were special things you got when you committed early, but anyway, so we'll talk about those things. So your packet, if you have it, looks like this, although mine has extra pieces. You get a card base, you get an inside piece, and we'll talk about this, that'll go inside. Then you get, in this packet, you get an embossed piece. This is a new embossing folder. And these go in a die cutting and embossing machine, of which Stampin' Up! Will have a new one coming out this summer. So that is super exciting. I love embossing folders. Let's see if you can see the texture. Yeah, you can. Look at that texture. Thank you. Yes, In Good Taste. This embossing folder is in the In Good Taste suite, but I have found I'm using it a lot. I think maybe I only used it on one project today. I did a lot of embossing folders. I just love, it's a quick way, and we're getting 2 die cutting machines. One is small, like a mini, and one is regular size. And the mini can do a lot of embossing folders. This is what an embossing folder looks like. It's a plastic folder that you put your paper in, and then you run it through a die cut and embossing machine, and it squishes it, which makes it then get this texture. And there's lots of cool techniques you can do with that. Okay, so you'll have that paper, which is going to go on this, and then you'll have your little pieces. Which one's, oh. Okay, so apparently, who knows what paper I gave you? I got this one with the wood. Okay, so but I'm going to stamp first. Now, since I gave you your make and take packets for free, I am allowed to stamp them for you. If I sell them to you, so later when I talk about kits, if I make a kit, there's my piece of white. Instead, I would send it to you like this, because you would stamp it with stamps that you own or purchased from me. So I just want you to know that. And so the free make and takes later, they will be free. They will be a gift with your order. So I will stamp them, which I understand from Stampin' Up! And it's a good idea because can I tell you to stamp 30 sets? I made 30 of these make and take packets. It took a long time. So just to let you know, and I love you, but I'm not making enough money to stamp people's packets. So let's stamp though, because I want people who don't know or who are going to do these later or make their own to stamp. Oh, I did that in blue. So any kind of dark color ink would work. On my sample, I did black. On the ones I sent you, I did this new in color called Misty Moonlight. Hi, Janet. Oh, good. And so we're going to stamp. Oh, I didn't show you the stamp set. Hold on. It is all here. You guys would laugh. I have all these little bins. I'm like ready. So this stamp set we're using is called Lovely You, and it has a lot of nice greetings, and they're sized to fit in the punch that I use. Imagine I punched all 30, so 60 times. Well, actually, oh my gosh, it's 120 because they have 2 sides. So there you go. But it comes with this punch. Well, you can order it as a bundle. So this is what we're using. Okay, and everything is supposed to go back in the bin when I'm done. All right, so I'm gonna stamp the Just Because right in the center of this little bad boy. This stamp set is a red rubber set, which means that it has a padding and a rubber part, and it will give you a beautiful, beautiful image. Our ink pads, in case you didn't know, they're made, look at this. So when it comes over, the ink is stored ink side down, which will keep the ink fresh and make it last longer. These are our new style ink pads. So this was Misty Moonlight. The French says mysteries. I was gonna say it was Mystery Moonlight. And then I'm gonna stamp a couple of those little flowers on the edge. Jen, your piece of white should be stamped. Yours should look like this in your packet. And if it is missing, let me know, because I'm telling you, this was not an easy bit of work. And so I just stamped the flowers on the edges, and then I'm gonna let that dry a second, because look at the difference between when it's very fresh stamped and when it dries. I'm going to close my ink pad. Okay, and I'm going to actually attempt to put things away as I go, which is a fun and exciting thing to try. All right, so while that dries, so we'll punch in a moment, we're going to put our stuff on the card. So what I usually recommend is you build it from the top down. So in this case, that means we start on the blue. And you can put these any order you want. We're just going to put those 3 little pieces on there. This embossing is not too deep, so I think you're okay to use snail, or we have a new adhesive called Stampin' Seal. So Stampin' Up, we're not going to sell snail. It's like the seashell thing. We're not going to sell snail anymore. We're going to sell seal. Okay, if you can say that 5 times fast, and it always takes me a second to get mine started. When you get going, there it is. And it's sneaky. We learned that last week on one of my Facebook Live demos. We learned that it's sneaky. You don't hear it. So sometimes it's on there and you don't realize it's on there. All right, so I'm going to put the blue piece. I like to use a grid paper to attempt to get the lines even. They don't always come out even. Okay, don't worry, Jen. I actually have a whole bunch of extra stamped ones. I am really sorry. So you can make your whole card and just save that little piece. Let's see. I'm going to put this piece on, and then this is going to go on the top and overlay just a little bit. Ooh, should I do those? And the cool thing about her DSP, nah, I still like this one, is that you have both sides. I like both, actually. So you can choose, you know, to use whatever side you want. Look at that. It's so sneaky. I don't even realize it's on there. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to lay this like this because I want it to overlap a little. And I want to know what line to put on here. Okay, and then I'm going to put the next piece across the middle. That's a pretty print. This, I don't know what kind of flowers they are. I'm not a flower expert. I just like them all. Nope, I need some on this edge. And how much adhesive you put is kind of up to you. On something like small, I just do 2 strips. If it's bigger, I go around the 4 sides, and you'll see me do that in a moment. Okay, so you can overlap it as much as you want. All right, and then we're going to put this on one of our white pieces. And I think the white pieces are the same on this one. No, they're not. Okay, so just in case, and it's not going to matter hugely if it's different. One is bigger than the other. The bigger one goes inside your card. The smaller one is what we're putting our piece of embossed paper on. Yes, I see Casey says, look in your envelope. Yeah, because like mine didn't fall out at first. And with being mailed, you know, they probably got squished a little bit. So I hope they arrived pretty safely. I bought those big envelopes so that it wouldn't cost me quite so much to mail them. All right, so I went around all the edges and once across the middle. If you have grid paper, you can use it to kind of line yourself up, but you have to get used to the idea that it's never going to go on perfectly straight. Or when it is, you celebrate it. because it doesn't happen all the time. So this is a very small border. So for some of us, this is a challenge, the small border, but I think it looks really pretty. Good, okay. So that goes on there. And then we can keep building our card, and we're gonna just add our little greeting last. Your paper, this is a half sheet of our cardstock. For each piece, you can make 2 cards. This color is called Cinnamon Cider, and it is one of my favorite colors. If you have a bone folder, you can get that pretty flat, but if you do it with your fingers, it works too. So Cinnamon Cider, and this is gonna go right on top of there. I love, you know, how when you gradually build all your tools. There we go. I think it's when I pull it off on the last one, I pull too hard, and it snaps back. There we go. And someone is gonna win one of these Stampin' Seals today. Okay, so in the next section, I will post some winners and do a couple. I think there'll be 2 winners. We'll see how I work it out. I don't have an assistant. I really needed an assistant. My husband actually went out. He's like, I'm going out to the store. Good luck. I just put mine on upside down. Look at that. Well, this is the way it's going. It's a good thing I didn't do those other flowers, which were more directional. Okay, so talking and crafting are 2 different jobs. Okay. This is how the punch works. And just for fun, so I sent you this one. So funny, I got a blemish there. So I'm gonna go ahead and punch the other one. It will punch a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. This is a 1 inch piece of Cinnamon Cider. I flip it over, so let's do this other one. And you slide it in so that you can see and make sure it's even. I mean, officially they should go in the troughs, but like, look, sometimes your 1 inch is a hair wider than their 1 inch, or a hair less wide, shallower, narrower, that would be the right word. And then you flip it over if you're gonna punch on both sides, and you slide it in, and you punch this. So this is a great tool for making easy cards. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with the part with the words. I'm gonna slide it in, and punch it, and then slide it in, and punch it. I'm glad Judy feels the same way. Like, sometimes I can talk and craft, and sometimes you can't. And then I'm gonna put it on. Don't worry if it's upside down. I won't really put it on upside down. And you could put your, you know, snail, your seal, your glue, anything you want here. And then I'm gonna put this on. Attempt to put it on straight. Okay, you have a little piece of ribbon, and it's just gonna fold in half. I need to trim mine. You're gonna laugh. This was the very end of the roll, so mine is a hair short. I went through a lot of ribbon making those packets. There we go. And I'm gonna attempt to clean up as I go, as I said, so I don't have you should see how crazy it is here. So your ribbon is folding in half, and make sure, let me actually make sure, okay. Since I already put everything else on backwards, and you're gonna put it on there. So what I do is a little bit of glue, a little bit of seal, a little bit of snail, whatever your adhesive of choice is, goes on there, and then put your little piece. So yours will be a little bigger, which will look a hair nicer, like that. And then this, if you have them, use your dimensionals. And dimensionals are just double-sided foam tape, if you haven't seen those before. And you peel them off. Yes, it is a great punch. I'm glad to see that a lot of you guys will. I mean, I think it's one you'll use all the time because you can use it for any kind of greeting, and it can be long, it can be short, and there you go. So you have that, and then what the white piece is, I like to put a piece inside so that you have a place to write. Some people put these down right away. Some people save it so they could write their greeting or their note or whatever and put it in later. And another cool thing you can do is when you're doing your own cards, you can stamp them, right? And that can make it all more coordinated. You can also stamp your envelopes. This is gonna take me double time every time, I think, until I get the rhythm correct on this. There we go. So that's a kind of fun extra thing that you can do with a homemade card, handmade card. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in. People that bought in my sale. Oh, so there's 2 sales on my page. There's a yard sale, and these are all gone now. But what I do is sometimes I have all these sample cards, and there's only so many cards I can send. And sometimes they don't get made. And see, I put it on slightly crooked, but no one will know. And I do swaps. As over the years, I gather up a bunch. So then I packet them up, and I sell them for super cheap for people who want to like make them into cards. Which ribbon is it? I will tell you which ribbon it is. It is the ribbon in this bundle. Thank you, Jen, for reminding me, because look, I have the ribbon to show you. It comes as a 3-pack. This is just jade gingham. Then there's Misty Moonlight and white and silver twine. And then there's this beautiful white ribbon. It's so soft. I do like it myself greatly. So that is the ribbon pack that is coordinated to this. Let me show you a couple more samples with things from this suite before we move on. There is the jar set, which I think is on back order. All these samples have the jar. It's called, what is it called? Jar of Flowers. And I will definitely do a to-go bundle class with this in the future, maybe towards the end of summer, because it is super cute. And I have a great idea for a cute little frame piece to make with this, but it has different flowers. Oh, look, I did use 3 different ones. And there's a jar, and there's even one you can make a shaker card. I did do a product spotlight on this bundle. So if you go look on YouTube or under videos on Facebook here, you can see more about this bundle. Okay, so that's the jar set. All right, I'm going to pack this up. Our next make and take is the one with the whale, so you can get that out. Hold on, let me actually, we're going to get this grid paper, it's going to get really messy by the end of the day, but if I stamp them off a little bit, there's less chance of getting ink on my things. So that was our card. Isn't that cute? And see, if you got the green, it's okay. And if you put it on upside down, it's also okay. All right. Okay, let me move that packet. And here is our next make and take. This one is a little more work, but it's totally worth it. This features the Well Done bundle suite. Let me find I'm going to find the page so I can get all of the right words for you guys. Well Done. Page 96. Oops, I went too far. Page 96. Okay. It's called, look at this. It's called Whale of a Time, this suite. And it is beautiful. And I can see this for kids and for adults. There is a stamp set and a punch, paper, ribbon. Someone is going to win a roll of this beautiful sheer ribbon. And I'll show you, you'll have it in your packet so you can look at it. And an embossing folder, which we're going to use. And that's what we're going to play with. I like it. Casey says she wasn't digging the flower paper, but now that she has some, she's going to order some. That is super fun. Yes. Okay, so this is our whale card. So, oops, where'd that little, I punched a whale because I want you guys to see it. So actually, I'm going to show you something fun, and then we're going to start making the card. See, here's what the whale, if you stamp it and punch it. This is in Misty Moonlight. Super cute. This is the punch. It gives you the whale and some pieces. So you have a lot of fiddly pieces in your bag, and it's going to be okay. And if you're missing one, let me know. I'll pop one into the mail to you. Okay, but no, I'll show you that at the end. The paper, and you're going to see this paper again in a moment. Super cute. Turtles, whales, jellyfish, scenes, crabs, patterns. What are those? Seahorses. So it's a very fun paper. And I talked about the ribbon. You have a piece of this. You should have 2 pieces of this ribbon in your packet, this sheer ribbon. Yeah, the tiny seahorses are really cute. Okay, so let's look in our packet. And I'm going to have more than you, but your packet should be, if you pull it out, but look, see I have in there one little water sploosh. And if you're missing a water sploosh, that is no big deal. Your whale will look just cute without it, but they should be in there. Okay, so this is Calypso Coral. And some people are like, wow, I would have never thought to put orange with that. But the paper told me to put orange with that. Let me show you this again, page 96. you can use the Stampin' Up catalog. Look, they told me Calypso Coral, Bumblebee, Green Apple, Just Jade, Pool Party, Pacific Point, Blackberry Bliss. Those are the colors in the designer series paper. So when I was making the card, I thought, well, I want a contrasty color, so I went with that. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to do the stamping and punching first, and then we'll do assembling. Because, of course, you have an already punched little guy, but I want you to see how easy it is to make him and give you a couple tips. So, a thing to think about when you have a builder punch. Janet wants this whole suite too. Yes. Oh, Janet, you wait in a second. I'm going to show you something, and you're going to lose your mind in a good way. Figure out which way you're coming into the punch. So I just need a whale and, oops, and I need an arm. So I've got a blemish. You know what? I'm going to slide that over. I got a blemish on the paper. Every once in a while you got that. So I need a whale and a little arm. And you're going to get the other pieces unless you, I actually did little strips when I was doing that. Okay, and then I need the little belly piece, and this is Just Jade. Okay, so I'm just going to get that. And then you need the little water pieces. And yours is already punched out. So there are my water pieces. Okay. Put that away. All right, so this is Pretty Peacock. Open my ink pad. So what I did, and I just looked at the sample in the catalog, is stamped these little dots all along the top of your whale. Okay, then here's my next secret. I used a marker in the same color for your eyeball because there is an eyeball in that punch, but where'd the punch go? Look how little that is. And I knew those were going to get lost. And then people were going to be like, my whale doesn't have an eyeball. And I'm not mailing you one little eyeball. Sorry. I love you, but there's only so much. So this goes across. So I put that there, and then I just drew on the eyeball with my marker. So there you go. I gave you an eyeball. All right. Then we need to put this on. You can use your liquid glue. Oh, whoa, almost knocked a light over. Okay, hold on. You can use your liquid glue. You can use glue dots. I'm going to go ahead and use some liquid glue. If you have a silicone mat, that helps you to not make a mess on your place. I should have stamped the other thing first, but I didn't, so we'll do that in a second. Okay. Hi, Michelle. Yes, this whale is so cute. All right, so this goes on here, and then I really should have tweezers because I have them somewhere. I have big fingers. I'm not the most dexterous in my fingers. So I'm going to put that on the bottom. So that's what you want to do. Put it on the bottom, and it doesn't matter super much exactly where it goes. Okay, so put that on. And then you need the arm, which should hopefully be in your packet, because you want the arm to come across that contrasting color. And now for this is where you're going to laugh. I am going to use all of the adhesives. I'm going to do 2 glue dots. You could do snail or your that liquid adhesive. That glue dot looks a little funny. Hopefully it works. Just open a new packet, so. All right, and then that little arm, you're just going to put it on like that, and that's how you make your whale. Okay, the other piece we'll use in a moment, and now I'm going to stamp my whale done. And this, I used a punch for the bottom, so I'm going to slide it just like the last punch. This is called the triple banner punch, and it kind of does the same thing. It cuts banners. You could free cut that little thing, but I would never have free cut 30 of them. That is for sure. Okay, so there's the little banner. Here's my whale done, and I'm just going to stamp it at the bottom. Ta-da! Okay, and so I can be done with this ink. All right, so let's put it together. We are going to put our designer piece, and you know what? I'm going to do this side up. Although, you know, you're going to laugh. My one son came to visit. That's weird. I have a random pearl there. And he's like, Mom, whales don't swim at the bottom. Why do you have the kelp? I'm like, dude, because it's cute paper. Leave me alone. I am not a whale expert. I was like Stampin' Up! Made the paper, and it's okay for me to put it this way. But yeah, that was his comment. I thought he'd say, oh, that's a cute whale. No. Nope. All right, and this is just jade, and we're going to put our little kelpy or fishy piece on there. Okay, you probably noticed that you got this beautiful piece of Pool Party embossed. I thought I had the embossing folder. That's the one thing I'm missing. Okay, the embossing folder for this is 6 by, oh, here it is. It's 6 by 6, so you will need a big die cutting machine for that. And it's super cool. Like, look at how much detail is in there. And I think one of the samples in the catalog, they brushed it with ink, and then you could get even more detail. It's very cool. And we're gonna put this, oh, look how cute that is, on top. But don't put it on top yet. Sorry, I almost forgot the ribbon. So we're doing a faux bow. Your pieces are probably close to the same size. I would use the longer piece if you have it, and you're gonna put it across towards the bottom, flip it over, and then put your adhesive on. This adhesive is gonna kill me today. This is not a good commercial. I just haven't gotten used to it, and so I know other people are gonna struggle, so that's why I decided I'm gonna let my struggle be here. It's worth it. It works so good when you have it going, and it's so strong. I do like it better than snail. So we're gonna put that on, if I can get adhesive on the other side. There we go. And stick your pieces of ribbon on there. Good. And then we're gonna flip that over. If you're crooked, this is the good thing about a faux bow. I am crooked, but I can flip it back over, pull it up. Oh, maybe I can pull it up. Normally you can pull it up. Good, I can pull it up and slide it up and fix it. Okay, so now I'm good. Now don't put your other piece on yet, because we're gonna put this on, and then that way we'll know where we wanna tie it. So then we're gonna put this down. I would actually recommend a liquid glue or glue dots because of the embossing folder being so 3D. Make sure you go over your ribbon, but if you're using snail, I would just put a lot, because that will help hold it. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this towards the top third, but see how beautiful it is when everything color coordinates? It's so nice. Okay, put that on, give it a moment. And then our banner is gonna go next. It's so cute, well done. So your banner, you really only need to attach it at the top, and then maybe we'll do some glue dots at the bottom. If you wanna get fancy, get your bone folder and curl up those bottoms just a little bit. Ooh, but don't do like I did. I think I just put glue on there. It'll be all right. And then we're gonna put that on. Okay, so then our whale is ready. Yep. So as I was saying, I'm just gonna go ahead and put them on with glue dots. In my Facebook page, there are 2 albums. One is called BOGO, and there's 2 ways that that album works. If you order today using the host code, and that's important, the host code, because this is going in as one workshop, you can pick, oh, how do you want to angle your whale? You can pick, let's see, the embossed piece is Pool Party. You can pick equal amounts. So if you spend $50, find something that is $50 or less, and I will give it to you for free. If you live local, you can pick up. If you live farther away, you just have to pay the shipping. And then there's a yard sale album, and those are just priced as marked. Okay, so now I'm going to stick those on. And these could be glue dotted on or glued on, or, you know, adhesive of your choice is fine. But I think they are worth it. They're so cute, the little splash. Haha, I did this. You know what? Mine is going this way. Splash. And then the little tiny piece, if I can handle him. Okay. Gets a little dot. Ooh, come here. Now I got glue. It's glued down to my paper. and there. So then you get your little splash, and then we're going to take our ribbon and put it under and tie our knot. Yes. Okay, let's see, get that knot tied. And then you can trim it down. If you do have material or fabric scissors, I would recommend those because this ribbon is very fine and you don't want it to get too rough. But if you go slow with some snips, you'll be okay. Good. Okay, and then this goes on our card. Okay, I gotta clean up just a little. So fold your card in half. Get it nice and smooth. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my seal. You could use your glue. I probably normally use glue, but I'm like, this is a hair faster. So put this on. And you can put the embossing folder any side up you want. And that's what's cool. Depending on what look you're going for, sometimes doing it one way looks cooler than the other. So you can do that. And then I'm going to make sure and put it on the card correctly. Oh, it's so cute. I don't know. I'm always glad when I'm still impressed with something like that. I'm excited about it. Okay, but I'm going to get that piece of glue off. Look at that. How cute is that? And of course, if you had the stamp set, I'm not going to do it right now, but you could totally stamp a cute little whale down in the bottom. So your white piece goes in the middle. And there you go. There is our whale card. So let me show you this really cool project I made this week. I'm in this Maryland Stampers group. Hold on, I'm going to put my little whale pieces in here. And we did an online tutorial extravaganza. I don't know what its real name was called. And so I taught how to make a flip book. But look at this, guys. This is so cool. So here's that pretty ribbon. If you love this paper, you're going to love it even more. It opens up. Look at those cute little turtles. Look at this. Then this opens up, and then this is where you would put your pictures. And it's pretty funny. Ooh, sorry, hit the camera. These are my sample pictures I keep at my desk. So you could put a 2x3 picture there. When you open the bottom. So I think like a beach vacation or baby pictures, or you went on a cruise somewhere, and look at this. You could put your picture here. Look at my cute little cutie. So there's all these fun things, and it's just such a fun way to show off your designer series paper. You can put little pictures or journaling here. And doesn't the black just make the paper pop? That's the little turtle guy. So this was a fun, like, non-card project that I made. And I just thought it was super, super fun. So yeah, that was it was a fun day. All the different demonstrators did different crafts. And then what we shared was the PDF, the tutorials, and the video. So then people can make it with their own stuff. But I just thought you guys had to see this beautiful paper all put together. So that is our whale project. Ta-da! Okay, let me clean this up. And we are going to make 2 more projects. And what I said was, so you did not get the, let me stamp these off so I don't make a mess. You did not get make and takes packets for this because I had to do something to make it exciting. Let's start with this one. Look at this cutie. Look at that, because I want to talk about our markers, and so I had to come up with a project for that. So how this works, if you place an order of $35 or over today, I will gift you with the make and take packet. Now here's the deal, I'm not going to color it. I will stamp it and die cut it, and all of the pieces will be there. But you can get that if you order today using the host code. And you can still get the BOGO things, but there are 2 cards for this little freebie. But isn't this pretty? And look, I use this Dazzling Diamonds embossing folder. It's in the peony set. So you will definitely want to look for that. That one is really nice. And then little embellishments and cute little things. So let me show you how to make this so that you will know. So what I want to show you is our markers. And don't worry, I'm not going to color it at all. We're going to have the magic of TV, and I will show you other ones. So we have lots of ways to color at Stampin' Up. We have, what I'm going to show you today are called Stampin' Blends markers, and these come in 2-packs, and no, they don't come with the cute little big print of words on them. I put those on myself. They come like this. We also have colored pencils. So if you like watercolor, the colored pencils are great. There are 2 different packs of those. And we have what are called Stampin' Write markers. The marker I drew the little eyeball on your whale, that was a Stampin' Write marker, and they're just a nice general all-around marker. And you can color things with those, but you can't get quite as pretty as you can with these. So let me show you. We're going to color this one flower quickly. So I'm going to use dark daffodil, and this is what I call my quick coloring way, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Good. Okay, this is my quick coloring way. You can do more detailed coloring and get really into layering and shadowing and shading, but sometimes you just want it to look really cute and you don't want to spend all day coloring it. So I'm doing the dark color here, and you can do it the reverse way. I'm kind of like there's no wrong way to do it. And then I'm going to use my light daffodil, and I'm going to pull that color all the way up in the petals. And it's also okay, I learned on the tutorial day yesterday that one of the demos said she liked to always leave a little bit of white because it gives like another layer of color. So it gave me something to think about. And sometimes it is nice to have a more kind of more tones in there, or not such a complete color. So that's a neat thing. I'm gonna think about that a little bit. So this will probably be mostly colored. So this set is called, hold on, I have it right here, Celebrate Sunflowers. And I did do a product spotlight on this, and you can find that on YouTube or here on Facebook under videos. And it shows you all the different elements of the suite. And this is part of the big flower suite that I was talking about on the first card. That suite is divine. Now some of it, this is not back ordered. You can get the sunflowers. I think it's some of the ribbon or things, you know, people are excited to buy craft stuff right now. Okay, so I colored it yellow. Then we're gonna color that center cinnamon, which is our new color. So I'm gonna go, you know what, actually I'm gonna come from the other side. Okay, I'm gonna start with dark suede. I'm not even gonna use light suede. I'm gonna start dark, I'm gonna go in the middle. I was kind of playing with which way did I like doing this better, but I think I found I like this. Dark, oops. They do have a paintbrush side and a thin side. When I color in a hurry, I do prefer the thin side. And when I blend, I prefer it. But sometimes you have a lot of area, then I like the paintbrush side. Or if you need a really teeny tiny spot, the paintbrush side can sometimes help with that. Okay, so then I colored with my dark cinnamon. And now I'm gonna color with my light cinnamon. Which colors? I know, you want them all. Casey, I would recommend, you know, like a yellow, a green, some neutrals, like a pink, like, you know, I would pick whichever one you want because you can kind of make it work. Like, I'm not using Bumblebee because, well, that's the one color they didn't make it in. I think you just kind of need one of each one to start. Look at that. Oops, sorry. Look how cute that little flower is. Okay, and now let's color the little leaves. And I'm going to give them a teeny bit of, oh, and this is a clue. Look, thin line is the marker tip, wide line is the brush tip. And so I'm just putting a little hint of dark. And then I'm going to color the rest in light. And sometimes, like a stamp like this, where they already put the shading lines in, you could probably even color this with just one color and it would still look nice. They do come in a 2-pack, a light and a dark is how the markers are sold. So I figure you should use them both. Okay, so there's my cute little sunflower. And through the magic of television, watch this. Ta-da! Where are they? There we go. I got some sunflowers and some leaves. because I didn't want to color them all. All right, let me zoom us out. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half. Oops, and I did not put a cap on a marker. I see that now. Hold on. One thing to remember, though, is you wouldn't want to leave them uncapped very long, and they are stored horizontally. So you can't put them in a bucket and store them this way. You need to store them horizontally because officially they're not refillable. Doesn't mean that some demos haven't like hacked it and figured it out. I haven't, but okay, so this is just jade for our card base. This is our card front, white, Whisper White, and I embossed it with the Diamonds embossing folder. And now look at this. This is a new set of dies. Can you see those little, where are the dots? Okay, I think you can kind of see them. This has stitched dots on there, and that is from a set called Stitch Triangle Dies, and I just opened them this morning. Look at all those triangles. They're going to start showing up on projects, guys. You're going to see them soon because they are really awesome. And I thought this was a great way to add a little bit of dimension and texture to our project. So I am going to put that on. I'm going to put it on with, maybe I'm not going to put it on with my seal. Okay. And I'm going to put this way down in the bottom corner as best I can so you don't see the white. And you could use glue. Glue might work really nicely too here. Okay, and then I'm going to build my cute little flowers. Oh, you know what? We didn't stamp the greeting. We do have to stamp the greeting. There should be, oh, here's a piece of white scrap. Okay, so this greeting is in the sunflower set, which I forgot to show you. There's no rhyme or reason to apparently my presentation. It should be organized. This is Celebrate Sunflowers. It has a few nice greetings. There are dies. There's a, I've got a sample of this one. There's a big sunflower you can cut out, and I did figure out it does line up very nicely. On my product spotlight, I could not get it to line up for the life of me, but this one lined up just perfectly. So there are dies you can use, and then there are dies that can cut out the flowers and the leaves, and then there's some dies for some little bonus pieces. All right, so we're going to stamp in black the greeting. This would also look really cool, I think, but I didn't want to emboss today, wet like emboss. You could, I pushed too hard. I got a little line on there on my left. Okay, so the good thing is you can turn it over. I think it would look really cute black with this embossed in white. I think that would be pretty cool. Yes, these dies are awesome. I'm glad you guys like this set. And then you are going to watch me fussy cut just a little because I think it makes it look cool. So this is like a quick way, instead of doing a set banner, you just cut. And our little snips, these are $10. I know I do a commercial for them every time I use them, but they're so nice. They just cut really easily and cleanly. And this is a fun way to put a sentiment on a card to give it a little more, I don't know, a little more organic or fluid look compared to a rectangle, which I do love. I love a rectangle or a nice square. And there's lots of dies you could have used for this too, but look at that. In just a couple seconds, it probably takes the same amount of time to die cut it as it does to cut it out that way. Okay, so we're gonna build our cute little scene, but you know what? Yeah, I can put it on here. We can build it on the card because there's no ribbon. Look at that. My Stampin' Seal's working perfectly now. Look at that. And it's so quiet and so fluid, and I'm gonna put some across the middle. Oops. Okay, see, I jinxed it. I was like, look at it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here. Yes, the snips are great. And you can clean them with an adhesive remover. We don't sell one anymore, but you can get one. So if they get a little sticky from stuff, you can clean them up. Okay. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so now, this is how I did this. I laid these on here to kind of decide where I want them. I'm going to go ahead and do it the same way because I really like it. And then there were two little leaves, and I'm going to put them, one in the middle, ta-da, and one down here. Okay, so I'm going to lift these up, and I'm going to go ahead and attach those leaves with a little glue dot. The one other thing snips are great for, now you can use our pickup tool, you could use tweezers, but when you're crafting quick, pick up your glue dot, lift up your thing, put it under. Oops, I got a glue dot there. And they work great. And you're going to see I'm going to use them to get my embellishments off too. I do like the pickup tool, but I learned the scissor way first. So it's taking me a while to transfer to, like, you know, it's kind of like which spoon are you using in the kitchen, if we use my earlier analogy. And then we're going to put a couple dimensionals on these. Okay, and how am I doing on time? Ooh, what time did I say this was supposed to end? I got a list here. 2:45. All right, we got 10 minutes. I can do it, guys. We got one more project. Do we have one more project? Yes. Okay, maybe we're going to run over a hair, but that's okay. And then I'm going to post the thing for the scavenger hunt is next. So I'm going to post that picture as soon as I end, and then I'm going to look at these two first sections, get all the names, do the little random drawing, and then that way I can announce those when, oh, look at that. Isn't that adorable? Okay, you have to agree. It's super adorable. Little flowers. Okay, then let's put, you're going to laugh. I said I was going to use all of the adhesives, and I am not joking. So this I do want a decent amount of adhesives on, but look at those ends. They're really little. In the old days, I would cut these apart, which I do sometimes. However, Stampin' Up! Now makes these little mini dots. So I'm like, well, now I have mini dots. I have them in all sizes. So yeah, so I use them all now. I just keep them all out on my desk. Now, the one thing I don't use a lot, we have black Stampin' Dimensionals, which actually, this may have looked good on this, and I haven't really gotten into those. I have a pack, but I just haven't used them. All right, let's celebrate you. I'm going to put it up high so you see the little leaf poking out underneath. And then we're going to add some cute little dots, and we'll be done with this one. These are the in color enamel dots. I think they may be on back order right now, but they'll be back soon. We have a lot of embellishments. Oh, that reminds me, my other specials. So I had two specials that I thought of this morning. Special one was you would get these two free make and takes that I'm doing now if you order 35 or more using the host code. And then special two, now I can't get these because they're on back order. That was my original intention. Special order two is if you spend $65 or more, I'm going to give you a free pack of embellishments. I don't know which ones. They might just be rhinestones or pearls, or you might get one of these. I think I'll just order, you know, several of different kinds that are available. So, you know, there you go, a little ordering incentive. I don't do them very often, so enjoy. It's a special day. I figure we all need rewards hanging out together here online. And I'm going to put one more. So on embellishments, and I'm not an expert, but I tend to do 3 or 5. You could do more, but I think odd numbers look nice. Oh my gosh, look how cute that card is. I think that's a really cute card. So there we go. All right, so I'm going to pack this one up quick so we can make the last one. And the last one, I want to challenge you. So if you're on my team, you're not going to order from me, so I'm not going to send you a free packet, but I'm going to challenge you to make one of these cards. And you can use any supplies you have, the next card. Oh, and let me show you this one. This is the big sunflower, the one I couldn't get to line up. I made this on the product spotlight video a couple weeks ago. Anyway, it's super cute. Okay, and I will post pictures of the projects we make today, but I'm going to challenge you guys to make a pop-up gift card holder. You ready? Watch this. So here's your card. You would mail it like this, and then they open it up and it's like, ta-da! And I think here you would stamp thank you or happy birthday. I didn't want to stamp it because I figure I'll save it for what I need it for. Isn't that cute? I learned it from another demo, of course. I didn't make this stuff up. I just, one cool thing about being a demo is it's okay to copy, and being not a demo, it is okay to copy. If someone posts it, you can make it. I think it's fine. So let's jump in and make this. We will need a scoring tool. So we sell a big scoreboard, which I adore when I'm making boxes and things like that. I use it all the time. Or our trimmer. See, I'm trying to clean up a little bit. Our trimmer scores and cuts, but you have to be really careful. Don't cut this. So put the cutting blade way up high and try to leave it there. Earlier when I made my second one, I cut it and I had to start over. Okay. Oh, Where are my instructions? Hold on. There are no instructions. I have instructions. I don't remember. Otherwise, I got to look at it. Okay. Hold on. I have a notebook here. All right. Here we go. Because we have to score. We're going to, so this is the piece of cardstock cut in half the long way. So it is 4 1/4 by 11. And we are going to score it at 3 1/4. So on the trimmer, so Alyssa, I know you ordered a trimmer. You'll be able to do this. And gift cards, I mean, everybody needs gift cards, or you could put money in there. Although maybe put a check. I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to send to people anymore. Gift cards work great. So we're gonna score it at 3 1/4. And then we're gonna slide it down and score it at 8 3/4. I figured we needed one kind of fancy card in our little presentation here. And then we have a white piece, and this is cut to 3 1/4 by 7, and I'm gonna score it at 1/2. The little ones are always hard, I think. Okay, so I'm scoring it at 1/2, and then we're gonna slide it down and score it at 5. Okay, and then we're done with this. So we'll decorate the top first. So one piece is going to be the top and one is going to be the bottom. This is soft suede. This set, the paper and everything, is it called Everything Fern? See, I should have written all of this down and had notes. Forever Greenery. Yes, that sounds exactly like Everything Fern. Forever Greenery. Okay, so I cut pieces from this DSP, and there are lots of different designs in it. Like one side has more graphic and one side has more, I like these cute little succulents, but for this case I wanted less busyness because we're going to add stuff. Okay, so we're going to put this on the bottom. And then I'm going to show you how I did it. I tweaked it a little bit from the demo I learned this from. I learned this from Connie, who's kind of like my honorary upline. She's the proverbial stamper. She's in Pennsylvania, about an hour from me. So I go to her trainings a lot. But she made this on one of the events. It was an online event that I went to with her. So we're going to put this at the top. And then we're going to put a little bit of adhesive to hold everything down. Okay, and this goes on the top. I like these wiggly, like, painted stripes. Good. Okay. Yes, and Janet, the new trimmer is better than the old trimmer on doing the little cuts. And you do have to use your trimmer for the little cuts. Okay, so now we need to stamp a little bit. Oh, this white piece, or whatever color you put. So you fold one down this way, so that's a mountain, and then one up this way, and that's a valley, because then this is going to make the pocket for our gift card. Okay, but I got a little fancy, and I stamped on here. So we are going to stamp those little leaves in Old Olive, and I want you to see this stamp, guys. Look how beautiful and textured. All I did was stamp it. I didn't color it. I didn't two-step stamp it. So I wonder, is this a distinctive stamp? It doesn't say it on there, but they all have really nice texture built in. Okay, and then on my circle, I'm stamping the same little bit. Just stamp the edge of the branch. Okay, and let that go. All right, stamp that off a little bit. All right, let's stamp the, Emily, they're a 1/4 inch smaller. So let's see. They are, and you could do an 1/8 inch, they are 4 by 2 and 4 by 3. So your paper would tell you. Once you have that, you know, you can measure that. But 4 by 2 and 4 by 3 are the DSP pieces. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp in soft suede, same color as the cardstock. I will stamp it the right way up. It says, "To a friend that makes me smile." Okay. And then if you knew what you were going to stamp on the inside, I would actually stamp it first. But I didn't do that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to use, I told you I'm using all of the adhesives. We're going to use tear tape, but we only need a little piece for each side. So here we're going to put it way at the edge and way at the edge. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and stick those down. Let's see if I can get the tear tape off. You know on video you can't get it off. Oh, Patty, I'm sorry. Well, I can see your comment now. You're in. Okay, Janet, it says distinctive. I was like, it looks distinctive, but I guess the box doesn't tell us that. That's what I was looking for. So good. Good to know. I was like, it has to be. It's so lifelike. So distinctive stamps are, that's Stampin' Up. They patented that. And they are stamps that it looks like a picture. It looks real. Okay, and then we're going to push this down. And then we're going to do the very same thing to our little thing. 2 little pieces. So the main reason I didn't use snail or any of our other adhesives is you need room for the gift card to go in. And this is more narrow. So I liked how this went. Okay, and then we're going to put those in. But I think it just makes the gift card giving just a hair more fun to have it pop up. I like this. Patty says, I want it all. Yes, we are going to talk about that. Actually, one of the posts, there's going to be 2 fun posts coming up for you to comment on, and one is going to ask you what's on your list. Okay, and then the last part, you need tear tape across the top. Okay, and then this is the part where you got to pay attention. The rest is not too hard. Okay, hold on, and then we'll decorate it. But it's actually, and these, you could make a lot of these and I don't think it would be too stressful. Okay, so make sure I can see it. Okay, you bring the edge up and then you stick it on. See that? So it's stuck to the top. So it's like a trick. And then it takes you a couple times. So when, see how I gotta push it down, but then when you pull it up, it pops up because it's on the top. Good. Okay, so then we're gonna decorate. The ribbon that is in this bundle is a 2-pack. There's gold twine, and then there's this, and it's more of a vanilla color, but I still love, it's like a net soft ribbon. And we're gonna tie that around. Do you have to tie it around? No, but I think you need something. You know what, actually, let's do the gold. Let's do the gold for fun, and we'll have a big bow instead. So we're gonna put the gold around, and we're gonna tie it in a bow. If I can tie a bow while talking on a video, we'll see. And I'm not you're gonna laugh. In the videos yesterday, some people are bunny ear bow tiers and some of us are not. So when I tie something on, I'm not a bunny ear tire. That sounds super weird. But when I tie a bow freehand up here, I'm a bunny ear tire. Okay, that just is the weird, there's no way to make that sound like a normal thing, but that's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go with, and it does fuzz out pretty easily, this twine, but I am pretty sure, you know, it was meant to do that. Okay, I like that little gold bow. All right, and then our little piece, we're gonna put this on. So yeah, I should have I'm not going to, but that would be an interesting post. Are you a bunny ear bow tire? Excellent. Janet's list is page 1 to 192. That would be the whole catalog. Oh, and I saw a demo. Maybe it was Janet Wakeland. Someone posted, how much would it cost if you bought the entire catalog? Shoot, I meant to write it down. Maybe it was $6,000? I don't know. If you bought the whole entire thing. I can't remember. I might go look it up later and tell you guys. Okay, and then the last part. This die set comes with extra dies that can cut out like auxiliary pieces. They don't go with a stamped piece. These would cut out the stamped parts and these. So what I did, you can get really clever with your dies, is I'm gonna cut this apart and we're gonna use it in 2 places. And then if you get a little rough cut, you can, with your snips, make it prettier. And I'm gonna cut it down here and then cut this one. Oh, my watch is telling me it's time to stand up. I am actually standing, I'm just not moving, so I will not close this hour of standing goals. Okay, and then these are going to go on here. So I wanted you to see how you can cut that apart. So then I'm going to take this off, kind of like we did with the leaves. I know, whoops, I know where those are going to go. And you can also put them in from the top, but this is a way to do them quick too. $9,750. Yes. Okay. I thought it was not. I started to say 9 and that seemed like too much and I went to 6. Yes. $9,000 if you want to buy the whole thing. But if you're a demonstrator, you get it at a discount and you would get a lot of that for free. And we're going to talk about discounts and free. So right now, if you place a really large order, if you are going to do something really large, let me know because you can get extra host things. And normally on an open house, I get the host things, but if you're placing a really large order, I want to work out something better for you. If you join, you can get a free bundle. So you could get this Forever Fern bundle for free. Look at that. How cute is that? So I like this because I feel like, and you could change that greeting, but I feel like you could give this to a man or a woman. It could go either way. So there is your pop-up gift card holder. Let me show you a couple more samples with this set, just so you have some ideas. That's nice, quick and easy. This one, I like this one. I think that one's really pretty. Here's this one. I like this one. I did do a product spotlight. I made this card in that. Look at that cool twine, and it's all floofing out and little gold gems. Did I put anything in there? Oh, I need to put something inside. So there's some other samples. That's the whole entire catalog, Michelle. Yes. Well, it'd be like saying, what if you bought the 2 rows of paper products at Michael's? It would probably cost you more, I think. Okay, so let me talk to you this way. Hello. All right, so I'm going to look at my notes to make sure I got everything. And then we're going to take a little break. That way you can get a snack, go to the bathroom. I can get the things ready for prize drawing so I can draw them at 3:15. We'll be back live at 3:15. I'm getting ready to post the scavenger hunt. So get out your catalog and look for the things. And I'm also going to post what's on your list. Pick 1 or 2 things to write, and then those things will win a prize. Oh, I almost forgot. Hopefully, someone in your packet, let me show you, hold on. Someone in your packet got a golden ticket. There's only one, and now I do know like one person's packet got mailed later because I had one left when she RSVP'd like 3 days ago, and I dropped one off at someone's house this morning on my walk, and she's actually out of town. So if it's one of them, that's just too late. We'll find out. Somebody has a golden ticket, and the golden ticket wins a prize. Okay? So as I said, there's 8 prizes. I'm going to get a couple ready so I can draw them right at the beginning of how to be a happy shopper. And it's not totally just a sales pitch either. It's about shopping strategies with our catalog and things like that. And it's about if you do want to join or you want to host, you can host a virtual class like this, and that would be fun. And your friends could buy things, and then you get the free stuff. So we will do drawings right at the beginning. Then we'll talk about how to be a happy shopper. And yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll take a little break. And at the end, we're going to talk about kits, and that will be at 4 o'clock-ish. Okay, so I got to go so I can go add these up. And yeah, thank you. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're learning little bits here and there. And the cool thing is you can go back and watch this video right here on the Facebook page later. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Take care. Stay crafty.